Right, hello, good evening and welcome. My name is Paul, I'm also called Knickknack. I'm the brains behind Knickknack's Daily Teaser, which you'll probably find up here somewhere. And I'm someone who likes writing pub quizzes, but also I like talking about TV shows I've watched and about films I've seen. Occasionally I watch long films if I've got the evening free, and occasionally I'll watch short films. Occasionally I'll buy a DVD, occasionally I'll buy a CD, occasionally I'll get a Blu-ray. But last night I actually sat down and watched a short film on YouTube. I watched the Snowgum Films version of Terry Pratchett's Troll Bridge, and I have to admit I absolutely bloody loved it. Let me try and summarise it for you though. Based on the Terry Pratchett short story of the same name, Trollbridge opens on a bleak, wintry landscape on an unnamed part of the Discworld, with the narrator telling us how people would be at home in front of the fire, telling each other stories of heroes. Unlike the heroes themselves, who are out in the cold. Unlike one very specific hero called Cohen the Barbarian, played by Don Bridges, and his talking horse, voiced by Glenn Van Oosterman. Cohen's got an ambition. He's not getting any younger, and he wants to go out on a blade of glory, as the world he lives in is now no longer what it was when he was young. To make sure he does go out in a blaze of glory, he's heading for Deathbridge to fight one of the few remaining wild trolls that a body can find. There's only one small problem. Micah the Troll, John Jenkins, has got other ideas. Now, what did I make of it? What did I think? How did this come about? Let's do first things first, shall we? First things first, Trollbridge was originally crowdfunded on Kickstarter quite a few years ago and made available to backers 2 or 3 years ago now, I think, on Blu-ray. Secondly, and on nitty-gritty, what did I actually make of the thing? Long-term followers will know that I've been a fan of the later Terry Pratchett since the mid-1980s. I can still remember getting The Colour of Magic in a local newsagent's after I'd seen the cover. The cover caught me. It was quite eye-catching. I have loved every page of his I've read. I'm also, with books that I'm passionate about, I'm also a stickler for textural authenticity if they get made into a film or a TV show. You make the film of the book, the TV show of the book. Anything you add or take away had best be justified by the text of the original text, the original short story, the original graphic novel, whatever it is you're turning into a film or a TV show. If it ain't on the page, as far as I'm concerned, it don't get into the film. It don't get on screen. I can understand a certain amount of cutting or characters getting amalgamated, but what's on screen has to be what's on the page. There's no adding, taking away, what have you, for preference. Peter Jackson's version of Lord of the Rings, I thought, was a good example of how to get it right. It's, generally speaking, what's on the screen. Apart from Orlando Bloom sliding down the trunk of an elephant, what's on the screen is what's in the book. I, Robot, the Will Smith version, on the other hand, was a very good example of how to get it very wrong. It lifts a couple of names, 1 or 2 minor plot points, but that's about it. It's a great Will Smith film. It's not Isaac Asimov's I, Robot. That is kind of why, with all due respect to BBC America, it's also kind of why I am going nowhere bloody near The Watch. It's a bastardization of anything and everything Terry Pratchett ever wrote. I'm going nowhere near it because, as far as I'm concerned, that has got nothing to do with his work. I also know that there's quite a few other Terry Pratchett fans that feel the same way. They're not going near it. it's not getting in their collection. Its name's not down. So, saying that, authenticity, being true to the text, does Troll Bridge on screen match what's on page? Is it a good adaptation? Is it a good transferring of what Sir Terry wrote? It's spot on. It is absolutely bloody perfect. Others have put Sir Terry's work on screen in one form or another. And with the exception of BBC's America's complete and utter waste of space, they've done so quite well. Sky's productions are quite good. I seem to recall Annette Crosby making a very good Granny Weatherwax in the animations for Channel 4 a few years ago. So there are good takes on his work doing the rounds. Snowgum Films' version of Troll Bridge, as far as I'm concerned, is damn near perfect. It's quite literally the best of them. The writer-director, Daniel Knight, he's put a lot of work into putting everything together. He's done some amazing shots of some amazing landscapes. It's beautifully directed and wonderfully written. And I have to tip my hat to the cast, the two main protagonists. John Jenkins as Mike the Troll was superb. He's just absolutely fantastic. Don Bridges as Cohen. David Bradley did a very good turn, I thought, as Cohen the Barbarian in the Sky version of Colour and Magic a few years ago. Don Bridges, on the other hand, absolutely, utterly, totally, completely nails the part. He's perfect. It's the best representation of Cohen you're going to get for my money. It is very worth it. It really is. Frankly, I've said this before in this video, and I'll say it again, it's as near to a perfect adaptation of the story as I, as a Terry Pratchett fan, could ask. Equally as frankly, I am not going to tell you to try and get the Blu-ray. As far as I can see, it's only available to its Kickstarter backers. What I am going to do in the info section under this video, I am going to put a link to Troll Bridge on YouTube, and I am going to tell you to go and see it. It is so bloody perb. Even if you're not a Terry Pratchett fan, you should still go seeing it because it's a beautifully done piece. I've given it 4 stars on my usual 4-star rating that goes from 0 to 4, so it's something I think you should see. Please check it out and support the makers of this film. Basically, Snowgum have done a very good version of Sir Terry's work. Have a good day, take care, be good.